let's go see what they have. Found the curly section. So this is the brand that everyone has been raving about, specifically this product. Shit's like 30 bucks. Okay, we're gonna try it out though. Let's see what else they have. Okay, I need this. It'll focus. And this. Thank you. Alright, everything has been copped. It's in the bag. I get out of Target and this woman literally runs into my car. Runs into this car next to me and then starts hollering because she has a baby in the car. Thank God I have video. You know, I put on my vision board this year for 2020 that I wanted to be on TV. And I didn't know it was gonna happen like this.
This is your registration.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Oh my God, this is your registration. You got
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I have had a very crazy 27 hours and I'm trying to honestly get everything situated legally. So if you guys are aware, I had posted a video on my YouTube channel the evening that this incident happened to me, and I didn't really give any backstory to it. I didn't give any context to the video. It was just for evidence purposes because I was a victim of a hit and run, and I've never been in a situation like that where someone was acting outrageous and extreme. And first of all, I'm so proud of myself for handling it the way that I did. I definitely put my big girl panties on and kept my cool together, and in the moment I was just extremely confused. So I'm going to back it all the way up. My knees look a little ashy. I'm gonna back it all the way up to yesterday. Wait, what's today? Today's the 5th. So 2 days ago, I was doing some errands in Beverly Hills. I had gone to the Beverly Connection, which is like a shopping center, outdoor shopping center, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. They have Target, of course, and Nordstrom Rack. So I had parked my car in the garage, and we have compact spaces. Let me take you guys through city living and what it's like to live in LA. So there are 4 million people that live in LA. So imagine 4 million people doing their day-to-day errands, going to Target, getting their groceries, going to Home Goods, getting their home decor, and so forth. There are a lot of people that are just driving on these streets, in and out of parking structures every day. And in order to accommodate the amount of people, the population in this city, you need to have a way to fit all of their cars, right? So that's why there are compact spaces. Compact spaces aren't like parking in a handicap spot where you need to have a sticker displayed on your plate or in the window, right? It's not the same as parking in an expecting mother's parking space where you need to be pregnant in order to park there. You don't need to have a sticker displayed on your window that says compact car. If you look back at the original footage, which TMZ has on their YouTube channel, and they actually aired this yesterday on TV for TMZ Live, and my phone has been blowing up of people just making sure I'm okay. You guys as well, you guys are so savage. You sent the video to TMZ. So thank you for that, because without that, I would not have known who this woman was, because she hit my car and then illegally left the scene. So let me put this on vibrate. So yes, that's what a compact space is. It's used in metropolitan areas, city areas, and it's used to fit more people. I don't drive a Hummer. I don't drive a long bedded truck. I don't drive a big black Uber SUV. Like, I have a Jeep, 4-door car. So if you look back at that footage and you can see the woman where she's yelling at me in my face, recording me, The car behind her, which she actually hit, which I'll get into that in this video, that car is way over the line, and that's a car. So her argument, I don't know where that came from. So anyways, I'm leaving Target. I was actually vlogging this day. I was having a really blessed day. I had a great workout with my friend Annie, ran my errands, got some curly hair products, and I'm leaving the store. All of a sudden I see, you know, my Jeep. I'm approaching it and I see this car. It looks like she slammed into it. So by the time I get there, I'm just like, oh my God, what are you doing? My car, you're hitting my car. Can you please back up? My hand is here. I'm distressed. I'm trying to think about the situation. Like, did this really just happen? She's yelling at me through her window. Like, what are you talking about? You shouldn't park here. I'm trying to park my car, but I'm like, ma'am, you're hitting my car. Your car is in my fender. So it's a vertical space, right? She pulled into it like it was a diagonal spot. So first of all, as a driver, you should be able to estimate if your vehicle can fit in a parking spot, whether it be parallel spacing, vertical spacing, tandem, whatever. Her car wasn't gonna fit, and it wasn't because I was parked in a compact space. I was within the lines. I was not over the double line. So first of all, I would never park in a space if I know that I cannot fit my car. So that is definitely on her for that one, making a bad call when it comes down to her judgment. So I wanted to say that as well. So by the time I was able to get my thoughts together, I pulled out my phone. I was like, oh shit, like let me at least try to get a picture of her plates. Because the looks of it, her screaming and yelling at me through her window when she's trying to fix the mistake that she did, it didn't look like she was going to take ownership for the action that she caused. So meanwhile, I have my phone. It's like janky ass, shaky. I'm like discreetly trying to get her plates like this, while also trying to record the fact that she's slammed into the fender of my car, and then while she's trying to back out, she's scraping her car alongside mine, so there are damages done to my Jeep, yes. So she's like zigzagging out of a vertical space, trying to get out of the mess that she caused. So not only is she hitting and destroying my property, but the car on the opposite side of the space that she tried to pull into, she is also doing damage to, which you could see there are like black marks from her Prius transferred onto that car. So she manages to zigzag her way out of the space, and she leaves her car, which you can see in this video on the TMZ website, parked in the middle of the lanes where cars are supposed to drive in and out of the parking structure. That's not safe either. She left her engine running. She left her door to the passenger seat wide open. And then she claimed, she said this on the video, I have a sick child in the car.
I'm trying to get you there, but the child is sick. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to do.
So you left your child in your car, parked in the middle of two lanes where traffic is supposed to go in and out of, with your car doors swung open. Meanwhile, other cars, people trying to do their errands, are beeping at her.
I yelled at you because you were running into my car.
Because she left her car in the middle of the lanes. That's not safe. That's not something a safe driver should do. So I'm still recording at this point. I get in my car. I was gonna pull out my insurance information and all of that so I could collect hers as well. First of all, this lady hit my car, so I'm trying to do what I know is right, get my information so I could do this through my insurance and whatnot. So I noticed that she's just like in her car, stuck still, sitting there. So I'm like, ma'am, what's the problem? I see that she has her phone out. So I whip out my camera because I was vlogging that day. I was like, shit girl, record, she's acting crazy. And I thought she was gonna attack me because she runs up to my car. I don't know if you guys could catch that, but there was a moment where she hit my car door and I was like, fuck, this woman is crazy. Let's just call her Skirt Sarah because I don't want to say her name. But Skirt Sarah was going off on me for something that was her fault. I was not in my car at this time. And one thing that TMZ said, which was not correct, was when she hit my car, I was in my car. I was not in my car. The beginning of that video where you see the footage of me standing outside my car is when I had approached the scene and witnessed her doing the damages to my car. So Skirt Sarah comes up to me, she's running, she's recording. I'm like, ma'am, what's the problem? I don't know who she is, mind you, at this point. I've never seen this woman in my life. All I know is she hit my child. So I pull up the vlog camera, she's recording me going off about how I have a gas guggling, gurgling car. I don't know what the heck that means or how that is relevant to her running into my car.
Big old posh gas guzzling car snooty woman, and me in my bashed up Prius, and you're like, oh no, oh no.
And then she proceeds to insult herself about how she has a banged up Prius. Maybe you have a banged up Prius because you go around banging into cars. Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know. You have to watch out for other drivers anywhere that you live, not just in LA, but you have to be careful because not only do you have to worry about your safety, but everyone else's safety on the road. People can do crazy things, so you have to be alert. So I don't think she was necessarily in the right mindset to be driving that day. Even on TMZ, they said, you know, maybe she had a bad day. I get it. I could have been having a bad day. I could have been yelling at her right back in her face. I could have been swinging hands, throwing hands, acting a fit, you know, but I kept my cool in that situation. And you never know who is watching. You never know who you're gonna meet in these streets, especially being in LA. Like I said, didn't know who this woman was. She didn't know who I was from her next door neighbor. So the fact that I got this on camera is fantastic because at the end of the day, it's always gonna be your word against mine, okay? But I have the proof in the pudding. But yeah, she's going off, carrying on about how I have a big car and I shouldn't be parked in a compact space, and how I was saying, my car, my car, my car. I was not directly yelling at this woman out of thin air. I had a purpose, a reason to say, my car, you were running into my car, because you couldn't hear me. You were sitting inside of your car with the windows up. How else am I gonna get your attention to tell you to stop moving your vehicle? And if you are driving a car and you can't physically feel that you are running into an object that is not in motion, you shouldn't be operating a vehicle. So for her to be in my face, yelling at me, running up to my car while I'm sitting down in my driver's seat, that's not necessary. That is extreme. That is something that I don't even know. Like, still thinking about it, I'm like, did this really happen? So after that, she's recording. She goes, this is your registration, skirt. Okay, like I'm just sitting there like,
This is your registration, thanks.
Okay.
what the what? I thought it was a joke. I didn't know what to say. Meanwhile, her car is still parked in the middle of the traffic lanes. People are beeping. She goes, thank you, I have everything I need. For what? Gets in her car, drives away. Doesn't give me her name, doesn't give me her insurance information, doesn't give me her plate details. Luckily, God was like, girl, whip out that camera and start taking evidence. So that was a hit and run, not only on my vehicle, but on the car on the opposite side of her as well. So she left the scene of an accident and committed 2 crimes of a hit and run. So I know my rights, and I was talking to my family on the way home because I was kind of distressed. I'm like, what just happened to me? I was basically harassed in that situation as well, and I've always been like this. I've always realized that you cannot control a situation. Like, I already knew, okay, my car is hit, it's damaged, accidents happen, okay, but you can only control the way that you react to a situation. And being that this woman was also recording me, I'm not gonna go throw hands and make a fool out of myself, embarrass myself when I know I did nothing wrong. So that was all on her for acting the way that she did. She didn't even apologize. I would have definitely appreciated a, oh my gosh, my bad, like, shit, I fucked up, like something like that. Like, I don't know, just be a kind human. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. If you break the law, you break the law. So I already knew, okay, let me just take it up with authority, because at the end of the day, I have my evidence on my phone, and they have cameras in the garage. So on my way home, my dad was like, girl, you need to call the police. The police ended up coming to my house that evening, so fast. And I showed them the video, I showed them the photos of the damage, I let them know what happened, and it takes, you know, about 10 days or so to get a police report filed so that I could further send that information to my insurance and take care of it the right way. But in that moment, it was definitely a life lesson that just taught me how calm I am in weird situations. Y'all are crazy. Because I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys. Thank you. You sent in, like I said, the video to TMZ, and I guess a lot of you guys in the comments were like, why does this woman look so familiar? Y'all did some digging, found her name, and that's how TMZ got a hold of it. So that's why I deleted my video, because they have it now for news purposes. But Skirt Sarah definitely should chill a little bit. That was my incident with Skirt Sarah, and I don't wish that on anybody. At the end of the day, like, if you make a boo-boo, you do an accident, that's fine. They happen every damn day. Just take ownership for it, and don't try to put the blame on somebody else that wasn't even in the car when you are trying to park. Skirt. Let me stop, because that's not funny. It kind of is though. The fact that my grandma watched this go down, my uncle watched this, my little cousins watched this, my mom watched this. Do you think that that's good that your grandma sees this on TV? Because I don't want my family to worry about me any more than they already do, being that I live 2,000 plus miles away. So that also has been getting at my stress levels, just like the worry factor of them just making sure I'm good. But I'm fine. Like, I took care of my business like a big girl, and I didn't cry. I'm very happy. I'm very emotional and sensitive in situations like that. But Skirt Sarah came for me, and she picked the wrong one, and then she also insulted the Jeep community, which also really offended me. Like, don't come for the Jeeps. Jeeps are not massive vehicles like Hummers, okay? So I don't know. I don't know, but I do have to say my Jeep was looking really good on TV. He was looking really nice, okay? So Skirt Sarah, I hope all is well your way, and I don't want anyone to send her hate or rude comments, because that doesn't do anything. You cannot change a situation. Again, you can only control the way that you react in that moment. And I already said my prayers and sent them up there. I don't understand. It was just freaking weird. It was so weird. My camera's gonna cut off. About to react to this. I don't know if the full video is up yet because the episode aired yesterday. So this is literally just the video that you guys probably already watched that I had originally posted. But I actually recorded it, so I have the footage on my MacBook.
This was in the is this Beverly Center? I think it was Beverly Connection. I believe it. Yes. Yeah, it is. And ended up, she is driving a Prius and ends up hitting or tapping another car. And
tapping is an understatement. She was sliding and gliding against my Jeep.
And then just loses it because she feels that there's another driver that caused this.
How can you cause an accident when you're not in motion and you're not even inside the vehicle? The engine is not running. She
wouldn't have hit the car if not for this person driving their big old gas guzzler. In her words, here she is mid-rent.
What is the problem, man?
She goes, what the F are you parking here for? I was already parked. In this footage, because I had pulled out the camera way too late, it looks like I was trying to park just before she was about to park. I had already done my shopping at this point inside of Target, and that's after she managed to zigzag her way out of this space and again caused damages to my car. Didn't apologize, didn't try to look at it or anything. So when she says, what the F are you parking here for? That makes no sense. That's not relevant. You have to be able to see if you can actually fit by your judgment. So that's where I can see why people get confused, because I had whipped out the camera too late. That's when I got scared. When she's like, my car, like literally coming up into my personal space. My door is open, I'm sitting here, she's like all up in my space. I don't know if she was gonna hit me, but that was not okay. That was not okay. fingers in my face. I'm trying to get in there with a child that's sick. Meanwhile, y'all see her car parked back there? Door swung open, child's supposed to be in the back allegedly. That's not something I would do as a safe driver. Okay, also, do you see the car behind her? It's a mid-size SUV. Do you also see the other car behind her? It's kind of out of the line. So that point doesn't make any sense.
It does. It is a little annoying when you see a very large vehicle in a compact space.
It was a regular Jeep. Does that constitute being a super large?
Well, that's a good question. A Jeep Wrangler is not. It's still not a compact, right?
Let me shut the fuck up. I don't think that you need to have a smart car, a little tiny Prius. If you can't park a Prius in a compact, like, but I was able to get my car in a compact and you can't park a Prius.
Right? No,
definitely not a compact. But
Oh, she looking good.
Kayla Lashae, actually, she's a YouTuber, an influencer, I guess.
Wait, the person who's driving the Jeep?
So the person who owned
Okay,
the
well,
Jeep. Exactly. So obviously she had a camera ready, and then she's claiming she was sitting in her car when Alice tried to get into the spot, hit her car.
That's not true. I was not sitting in my car. That's what they got confused when they had asked me questions. If you go back to the beginning of the video, I was standing outside my car, and that's what I wanted to clarify. I was sitting in my car when she decided to come up and harass me.
Backed up and actually hit another car,
And then when he says that she backed up and hit another car, to clarify that, I'm referring to the car that is on the opposite side of where she tried to park, zigzagging out of the space to correct her poor job. That's what I meant by that.
The filming
Only at her. So she couldn't. Is it that she didn't have enough space to get in because of the Jeep? So she ended up.
That's what Alice is yelling at her.
But did she?
Kayla is saying there was plenty of space and she was just being a bad driver.
Did she hit the Jeep?
She hit Kayla's Jeep.
So she hit Kayla's Jeep and then she...
Okay, also, this kind of weird having, okay, the news say your name as if, I don't know, that's freaking weird. Like, I can't believe this is real life. Honestly, I'm still kind of like, what's up? Yeah.
She's angry at Kayla.
Yeah, she's angry at the whole situation. Yeah, she also
Sorry, I recorded this so I could send it to my dad. I'm sorry, guys.
mentioned she had a sick kid in the car, so we don't know her situation. Really wasn't having a very good day, but anyways, what ended up happening at the end of this video is Alice just drove off. So Kayla told us that, you know, she has contacted LAPD because she hit her car, and she claims she hit another car, and so I guess we'll kind of see what ends up.
If you hit someone's car, honest question, what would you have done? And that person witnessed you hit their car? I just need to know. Because I'd be so apologetic if that happened to me.
What did Kayla say about Alice? Says that Kayla was yelling at her. Was Kayla yelling before? In the video, Alice says, "You were yelling at me."
Oh yeah, I asked her about that, and she said she was not yelling at her. She was yelling at her when she hit her car. So I think
that's when I was approaching the scene of the accident.
Alice is blaming her for hitting the other car when she was yelling at her. So I mean, regardless, it's a crazy situation.
Since I spent a lot of money on law school, I'll give you at least my legal analysis of this. Okay. If somebody parks a car that's too big in a space and blocks the next space, the person who wants that next space just shouldn't go in.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you have to determine they're liable. If you hit a parked car, you're liable. Right. You're liable. You should look at it. You have to determine if I can't fit in there.
Anyways, I'm done dealing with this skirt Sarah situation. I'm hoping that the police will be able to collect the footage from the parking structure so that they can get the plates from the other car that was involved, and hopefully the damages weren't too bad. Again, shouldn't leave a note for them, so I don't know, you guys. Anyways, that's what I just wanted to talk about today. You guys are like, make a story time, make a story time. I didn't want to do it right away because it's just I was dealing with everything else and talking to my family and everything else like that. But thank you so much for the support, and I'm happy that I was able to get the information that I needed to protect myself. And you know, you see a lot of crazy stories online, and social media is so crazy. Things can pop up and blow up out of nowhere. But I'm glad that I was able to get that footage to protect myself. It's not easy being a woman of color, and to be honest, a lot of the times it's just, oh, your word against hers until you have the proof. So I'm happy that I was able to do that to protect myself and share that with the police so that they could actually see what I witnessed in that moment. And also, I wasn't clearly fully aware of the things that she was yelling at me, so I had to rewatch that back also to just make sure that, did that really happen? So yeah, when I talked to the police, they had absolutely nothing to say about me parking where I am. They saw the line, I was not over it. But yeah, that is what happened and how I ended up on TMZ and my reaction story time. I don't know. Karma is a real thing. It is. So that's why you gotta be careful, you guys, how you word the things that you do and the actions and how you respond to them, because yeah. Sorry, me just trying to process me filming this video. It's weird. All right, I'm gonna get my butt out of here. Skirt. That could be a alarm. You know, like when you have an alarm when someone gets too close to your car. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a way to laugh through this situation, but you know, like instead of panicking like an alarm, it'd be like skirt. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. I made these a while ago, and I guess it's just so fitting for this circumstance. So go get you one. Let them know.